Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going over all of our nice little PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X restocks we're watching all throughout this week. Now, as you guys may or may not have known, we've been seeing a lot of new information. It seems like a lot of really various drops. We'll be watching a lot of little various locations all throughout this week. And if you guys were watching throughout this weekend too, we've actually been seeing some pretty good movement and pretty good new stock floating around. So at least with that one, and also I do think I'm feeling at least somewhat slightly better in terms of my cough, so hopefully this will be a little bit of an easier week to go through in terms of videos. So we actually have some pretty highly likely drops we'll be watching. We're going to go through all the really big boy retailers and probably touch a little bit more on all the mid-tier locations too as well. And on top of that too, we just have a lot of spots that are kind of on the overdue side. We're kind of in like that nice, more closer than not on the overdue for a lot of these restock locations and areas and stock. So it should be hopefully a pretty good week all throughout this for at least when it comes to stock and stock movement. So good thumbs up with that one, and I'm kind of excited. So like I said, we have a lot of things to go talk about, a lot of things to go bring on up. So I just appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place. And as well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for just the usual gaming videos, restock videos throughout the week, and updates and all that good stuff. We also have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. Hanging on Twitch all the time, play video games all the time, Twitter just to hang out for normal tweets. We also do have the Amazon links, which we're going to cover, but make sure you guys are signed up for your PlayStation 5s there. And as well, we also have the Target links down below as we keep on watching throughout the week itself if you just want to go check and see. So I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We also have like the Weebles and stuff as well in the usual descriptions. So the one very kind of big thing for us to be on the lookout for is going to be on the GameStop focus this week. Now, we made a video on this over throughout the weekend itself, but when it does come to GameStop overall, so we get more information for it throughout the week itself, but we basically do have the GameStop Pro Membership Day. Now, this is not confirmed stuff, but we did make a video on this discussing and talking about all of this. So with this basically just goes to show the biggest Pro member event of the year is just days away. Not signed up for Pro yet, there is still time. So with this, we've now been seeing the GameStop official Twitter and also website and everything else go and bring it up and talk about this for when it comes to the actual website itself. So this is not a 100% confirmation as of yet. A lot of other places are kind of on the overdue side, but when it does come to this, we only have a few more days left to watch and wait for stock. So as you guys can see up on the website itself, we do have the Pros only, free same-day delivery. Pros Day starting up, in 3 days, depending on whenever you guys see this video and whenever it does go properly live. On every single one of these Pro membership drops, at least on the past 2 years or so, I've usually always included PlayStation 5s and Xboxes. Now, if they really want their best, they try their best to go and, make some big deals and make some good people sign up for the Power Pro rewards and all that other stuff. They're probably going to try their best to obviously go do a bunch of console drops. So we're going to be watching that especially. We haven't seen GameStop do any proper online drops in quite some time, besides the last Horizon solo consoles they did. And as well, we also haven't seen GameStop do anything in terms of walk-ins for quite some time. We've at least had a few weeks with it. So we're probably this is not confirmed, but we are at least going to probably be watching this pretty closely on June 24th and the 25th, which I do believe throughout this week should be on Friday and Saturday. Now, we also have seen them do just normal drops on Tuesdays and Wednesdays quite a bit, but I'm sure if GameStop's more preparing up for a proper drop and proper day, they're probably more so going to be saving stock and waiting for stock with that. So I'll probably give a pretty big focus more on this for GameStop, so be on the lookout for them a little bit more, and this will probably be pretty nice. We usually do also have the GameStop always mentioning up on their consoles, so the Xbox and PlayStation up on the website itself. So like I said, it kind of goes to show. We'll be watching this a lot more closely, a lot more fine-knit. They also have the GPUs too as well, as you guys can see right over there, trading Pokemon cards and everything else. So this week should hopefully be kind of nice when it comes to GameStop for them. Hopefully having some sort of new stuff and cool stuff. So like I said, we've seen a lot of Tuesday, Wednesdays. So we'll see if they do any tweets throughout the day as of today, or if we see any employee leaks or any stock showing up in stores for Pro Rewards Day in stores or whatever. But at least we'll have a chance to see if there's going to be any stock with this. There's always that chance they do not do any drops though. But like I said, it's just on the overdue side. We've been seeing a lot of stock with it. I'm sure it'll be fine and good with that. So it should be a pretty good focus for us to at least get some new information all throughout this week. So if you guys want to, make sure you guys are signed up for Power Pro Rewards or whenever they get closer. Now for some other things to watch on for throughout the week. Now we have been kind of promoting this out quite a bit when it comes to the Amazon PlayStation 5. So with this, if you guys want to, go and sign up with the links down below. We've only had a chance to go talk about this for maybe 2 weeks or so far for all the drops and ongoing drops with it. So basically for this, you just use the Amazon link we have in the comment section down below. You basically go right here, right above where I am over there, And then you have a chance to go and press the accept me for invitation for the PlayStation 5. So basically, there should be a little sign up for it. You sign into your account, and there should be a nice stock with it. So as you get the invitation itself, you'll have it basically changes the text saying, hey, invitation requested, thanks. If invited to purchase, you'll get an email with the link that's valid for 72 hours. We won't be able to grant other requests. So if you guys want to, just make sure you guys sign up for the emails. We've been seeing some folks getting it. We've kind of been seeing around 2 or so cycles per week of people getting random emails and being like, hey, go get your consoles in stock. So as we're watching that, be on the lookout for it all throughout this week. Now, for some other little various things we'll be watching throughout this week is going to be both on the Target and Best Buy side. Best Buy throughout this entire weekend has had a load, and we saw loads and even early leaks of stock arriving as of last week. Ever since we've had a chance to see a pretty good stock amount numbers, Best Buy has been doing pretty good. Now, what you guys want to do, and I'm sure you guys have heard me mention this on the day-to-day video, and overall in general, you guys basically go to Best Buy, you download the app on your phone, you go and find the SKU unit, which is like the serial number unit for our console. We've been seeing a lot of the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Disc Digital are Horizon bundles. So you'll basically want to find that SKU unit. You guys go and check right now, pretty much whenever a store is about to open. So say like for this video will be up at like 11. So say you guys want to be in California, you guys want to maybe check your stores and see, or maybe even up on East Coast side too as well. This always depends on the vibe and everything. And then whenever it comes to stock with it, you guys basically just go and see if it shows like unavailable, out of stock, or just shows up in general as you guys are doing like the toggle trick, and you guys are trying to set up the consoles with it. Then basically you just go and drive the store, pick up your stock, and go from there. Now, it's kind of a weird way for them to always kind of note and find stock, but we have been seeing a lot of stock throughout the past 4 days, especially probably the past like 2 weeks or so when it comes to Best Buy. So throughout the rest of this week, I'd probably be saying it depends on your area. Depends on the stock, depends on the location, depends if they have stock or not. But as we're watching stock with them, as we get more, just keep on checking every day. We usually see like Best Buy and also Target too, a little bit right before the stores open, because we have employees in the store themselves, like sorting through inventory and stock, or right before close. Kind of the same thing where like the employees are trying to make sure the stock is looking good, feeling good, vibing good, all that type of stuff. So keep on checking for those. Those are on both the Horizon bundles. We saw a little bit more focus on the West Coast. Haven't been seeing too much in the Midwest or East Coast or whatever for all their stock. We have still been watching the best we possibly can. So Best Buy's been looking pretty good. We could also be watching maybe for an online Best Buy drop. They are a little bit on the overdue side, like on the 3rd week or so. So we'll probably be watching for them around the usual 10 a.m. to around the 5 p.m. range when it does come with Best Buy and Best Buy Movement. So keep on being on the lookout for that one. Total Tech Drop is overdue. We also I don't ever saw a PS5 Digital, I believe, ever sold online. Although we have been seeing a lot more in-store stock for them picking up with like the app glitch and SKU stuff, as we've mentioned before. We'll keep on watching for all that stock just throughout the week. Whew. It's kind of hard. I'm trying my best not to cough. So it's like, in case you guys see me talking weird or see me weird or whatever. We also did mention this a lot on the day-to-day video. There is also a proper national holiday today. So just in case there's anything weird or strange throughout today in general, kind of keep that in mind. We're not trying to like hide up drops or whatever, but sometimes they're a little bit more on the chiller for Monday sides or on nationwide holidays as well. Although I do think stores will still be open, so keep on being on the lookout for that. When it does come also for Target, we also do keep on having the links down below in case you guys do ever want to casually check and see. When it does come to Target for Target stock, we have also been seeing this a little bit like right before store opens, typically around like the 5 a.m. to around 10 a.m. range, and then also a little bit more on the later on throughout the day. We have seen times pretty much almost every single time, though, when it does come to stock and stock movement with it, so keep on being on the lookout for it in case you guys would like when it comes to stock overall. Target has also been seeing both the PlayStation 5 Disc and Digital Horizons, although definitely on a higher end for the Horizon bundles, the normal bundles themselves. So keep on checking for those early morning. We've also been seeing a little bit more for walk-ins proper. Nothing super duper that big when it comes to Target. We have still been seeing and hearing a few little employees discussing up the normal stock with them. And so that's why I kind of think Target will be a big focus as well. Xbox has still been kind of flowing up pretty good when it comes to Best Buys, just for leftover stock and SKUs. So going to keep on watching those throughout the week itself. Target, not so much. We haven't been seeing it unless I haven't just been checking at it. But we haven't been seeing too many reports and people getting the stock. So we keep on closely watching them the best we possibly can. But like I said, we'll keep on watching them in the early morning hours and throughout the day because we have been seeing a lot of stock with them showing up. We have been seeing a lot of stock with them going good. And they have been a really big weekend focus too, as well as we've covered. Now, as well for other locations, Walmart. Walmart did do a drop around 3 weeks ago at this point. At this point, half of their stock for the original Horizon bundles for the PlayStation 5 have mostly all arrived. I think as of right now, a lot of the stock is also waiting for, even still, I think, throughout this week. The big kind of date we keep on seeing for Walmart's on the 28th. So as of right now, throughout this week, we're probably not going to be expecting too much of a Walmart drop. We may have a 2-day heads up, though. We do sometimes see updates even today, or maybe on like Tuesday, Wednesdays, to go and see. Typically, we see a lot more on the Thursday restock dates, those I'm sure you guys have heard and seen a lot of. When it does come with stock, though, I'm probably going to assume that Walmart's going to probably want to have most of their stock already allocated and sent on out. And whenever all the stock's all sent on out, they'll probably have a better chance for them to get some stock in-house and go from there. So Walmart probably will be a little bit more on the unlikely side. We'll still be watching more on like GameStop, Walmart, and Target. Or GameStop, Best Buy, and Target. But when it does come to stock, there's always that chance if they do get their stock out a little bit earlier, or there's a little bit better movement, or there's one a future sell a little bit if like they pretty much know that Sony will be confirmed up for stock for this, say for their upcoming drop. So we'll still be watching. Sometimes like say Tuesdays they'll update, and then we'll know by Thursday if there's going to be a drop or not. So there's always a good chance with that. But as of right now, when it does come with Walmart itself, I'll probably be more anticipating up as of next week restock. But we'll try our best to give you guys a nice update throughout the day in the next few days if we see any more Walmart stock, any Walmart restock, and anything else floating around. Xboxes too, we'll see if they want to work into more YOLO Xbox drops. So I think that's pretty much it for all the big boys throughout this week. For when it comes to stock, at least we're going to be seeing some good movement with everything. Now as well, for mid-tiers, and online. And Online actually did go and do a lot of restocks as of last week. We did see a PS5 disc and digitals for their bundles. The only thing they didn't do was any of the PlayStation 5 Horizons at all, which does kind of stink because we are going to still be watching that pretty closely. As we do have a chance to see some stock with that, there might be a chance they work in the bundles and they work in maybe some headsets or other various drops with it. I wouldn't expect it too much as well. I also got the nice little Twitch sub, so if you guys go and drop a Twitch follow or hang out there, love to see you guys there, or Amazon Primes. But unless they want to work in some extra little bit double price bundles, we probably won't be seeing too much extra stuff with them. Now as well, Xboxes for them, they have been having a lot of Xbox drops floating around with them, so keep that in mind. Same with GPUs, they haven't done GPUs in a while. When it does come to Costco hasn't done a proper online drop in a little while. It's more on the overdue side. So as you guys know, Costco usually does do a lot more early morning drops, so we'll be watching them all throughout this, unless we have like some weird stuff that happened throughout the day, depending on when this video goes up. But Costco for early morning drops, same with the Xbox sides, both on the overdue. Sam's Club, if we don't see any Walmart stuff, is also on the overdue side for both PlayStations and Xboxes, very much on the Xbox side. So I'll be watching to see if they do anything special throughout this week. And they do, we usually have seen a lot of Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. So like I said, if there's no Walmart movement going on, we'll have a little bit more of a higher chance for them doing stuff throughout today. So keep that in mind. Or throughout, and just in general, but also for today. Now as well for Newegg, don't forget about their day-to-day shuffles for their PlayStation 5 and Xbox that do float around. When it comes to the PlayStation Direct, we have not had a PlayStation Direct in a very long time. So we're going to be watching them a little bit more closely all throughout this week. So for their stock, we usually do like to see them kind of send out the initial email invites, sometimes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or when they like to schedule the drops, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. So we'll be on the close lookout for today. They didn't do any for the past few weeks, so it'll be a little bit more anticipated up throughout this week for them to have more extra stock and do a proper normal restock. So we'll be watching them a little bit more on the closely side. We also haven't seen them do a public one around the same time, around 3 weeks or so, after quite a few email invitations. So at least for us, we'll be watching and seeing to see if there's going to be any more good movement with them as we keep on waiting for stock and going for some stock for everything else. So it should hopefully be kind of nice, pretty cool. As well, we keep on watching for the Microsoft Online. We have been seeing them again stock, and I think even they had even more stock throughout this past week, or just pure, normal, individual consoles, nothing else involved with them. Just no bundles, nothing else, just pure Xbox consoles. Very nice to go and buy them directly. And as well, we also did have the last Horizon Directs with the new Horizon bundles. We haven't seen too many of Waves 2 yet, right now for stock. So that'll probably be a nice indication once we get those. We can see more stock floating around. Now as well for some other various places. When it comes to onlines, Verizon, a little bit on the overdue side. We saw them do a drop not too long ago, but they still have never done any PS5 digitals or the new consoles. As well, when it comes to the Andormas, hasn't done an online drop for quite some time for their bundles, although slightly expensive, are still nice on the bundle side, especially if people looking for PS5 still. When it does come from them also in walk-ins, too overdue. PC Richards, both for online and also in stores, very much on the overdue side. We'll see if they get more additional waves, like all those stock locations as we've been watching. When it comes to Fred Meyer's, Smith's, and Kroger's, we've been watching a lot that online has not restocked in quite some time. Although we have been still watching for other various in-stores, we have been seeing a decent amount of in-store stock showing up. We've had a lot of folks checking their local stores and locations and getting stock from there. So this was kind of nice with that. We haven't seen too many more much, though, so from the weekend itself. Weekend was a little bit more on the drier side almost for sure. So I'm going to keep on watching and waiting for stock with all of them and kind of go from there. Meyer's normal stores, we did see a little bit of leaks and rumors, but nothing super big when it comes to stock with them, so we're going to keep on watching them. We've seen a lot of Wednesday, Thursday drops into the weekend drops too, so we'll see if maybe this weekend will be nice for Meyer's store locations. Has been very overdue for them though. It's been quite a few weeks, so we're watching for them. Online so much, but they usually do more in stores for if they do get extra stock available in the Midwest. BJ store locations, they did do an online right not too long ago, so online is not as anticipated unless they do an Xbox drop or the New Horizon bundles. Walk-ins, we have been still seeing a little bit of sporadic walk-ins going on for the BJ stores, depending on when you guys go and see and check out their stock, so look out for their bundles. Make sure you guys are all members for all the Costco, Sam's Club, and all those locations we just mentioned. Now as well, we also have been still waiting to see for more of like a Belk or BH Photos and other various locations too, Kohl's, etc. A lot of these Dell, a lot of these bundles are overdue and have been had API updates for them. When it comes to military as well, keep on being on the lookout for them for online drops and as well for also in stores. Staples, we haven't seen too many more updates. When it comes to them having extra stock available, there was a lot of rumors with them for PS5s and Xboxes though, so we're going to keep on watching for them all throughout these next few weeks. I think a lot of walk-ins are very, very overdue when it comes to stock and stock locations, so we're going to keep on waiting for those and going from there. But as well, we also had a lot of the big waves of the Horizon bundle, so we'll kind of see when Wave 2 kind of happens. Whenever Wave 2 happens, maybe even from GameStop this week, as we mentioned, probably be a pretty good nice sign for everyone. But I do want to say this probably will be it for about this week. Might be a little bit more of a chiller week until we get a little bit more notice for some of the bigger drops, but kind of a lot of the same old, once again, with the Best Buys and Targets floating around and the Amazon signups. So like we'll keep on giving you guys more updates throughout the week if we do get to see more stuff. And as well, all the walk-ins, as we've mentioned before, are very much on the overdue side. So as we kind of go through all that and mention with all that, it'll probably give us a lot more chances for consoles, especially if we have more Wave 2s, as we mentioned, so PS Direct and stuff like that. So I want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for watching as always. Hope you guys didn't mind the video too much with like a cough or drinking water or whatever as we've kind of been going through. Cheers all you lovely folks. And as well, make sure you guys are following up the Twitter down below and the Twitch stream as well. We have the Amazon links for the sign up. We also have all the various stuff like the Weebles and Coinbases and the Target links to go and check throughout the week. And we'll give you guys more updates all throughout the next few days, obviously. And I do appreciate you guys all so much for always watching the videos and watching the content in the first place. We'll try to give you guys a bit more better updates too as well, and hopefully get some more good leaks and information for all of you lovely folks out there. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you guys up throughout this week, like we mentioned. And hopefully we'll have a very good week when it comes to the restocks and weekly restocks and all that good stuff. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in general. Hopefully I can also get my cold all done so I can go and chill. Love you guys.